I want to start off by saying a big thanks to everyone for joining the funeral service of my dear friend Alana Bowen. And she's a wonderful friend and sorely missed, loved by all. And on behalf of the Bowen family, as well as myself and all my friends, we thank you for being here, definitely, for sure. Sit back and watch the show.
For the comfort of us all, could you please ensure your mobile phone is switched off? An unknown author wrote, "Love doesn't end with dying or leave in the last breath. For someone you've loved deeply, love doesn't end with death." Good morning, family and friends. I warmly welcome you today and acknowledge those joining us via live stream. We have gathered here to remember, celebrate and give thanks for a special lady, Alana Jane Bowen. Ritual plays an important role in society and is a way to celebrate and recognise joy and sorrow. So your presence here today shows your respect for Alana and is greatly appreciated by the family. My name is Amanda Medill. I'm an authorised celebrant and I feel very honoured to be here today, and I thank the family for this great privilege. Today we are gathered here to pay our respects and honour a young lady who touched our lives deeply with her presence, her love and her laughter. Our hearts are registering deep grief as we try to come to terms with Alana's passing. We ask ourselves why this happened to such a beautiful vibrant woman who had the world to live for and so much to do and continue to achieve in her life. This is certainly an occasion for sadness, but it is also an occasion for thanksgiving, as we are grateful Alana lived amongst us. Therefore today we must relinquish our hold on her life and give her rest. This time that we spend together today is to recall Alana and allow our sorrow and sadness to surface and be expressed in words, in tears, in reflection, or in whatever way is meaningful for each of us. As with any funeral service, we gather to commemorate and mourn a departed loved one, pay tribute to their achievements and their life, and to provide comfort to each other. Your presence here today gives testament to the fact that Alana's life deeply impacted yours. And I sincerely thank you for being here, upholding the family with the love and support. It is times like this that we realise we are not alone in our grief. Today we bond together in kinship and mateship as we mourn for Alana, your daughter, sister, sister-in-law, aunt, cousin, niece, and dear friend. This service today is not a goodbye but a thank you. Thank you for touching our lives and giving us joy. Thank you for the memories we will cherish forever. Thank you for the good times and your hard work. Thank you for your love and laughter. But most of all, thank you, Alana, for being you. Alana was born in Mount Isa on the 3rd of September 1983 to parents Alan and Mary Bowen. She was one of 3 children. She leaves behind her much loved and adored family, her mum and dad, sister Jade, twin brother Rob, nieces Natalie, Keely and Jess, along with a loving extended family. Some sadly were unable to be here today, although we know that they are with us in spirit. Many wonderful friends, especially her constant support in friend Tamara. Her work colleagues from the PTSD unit and various other work associations. We will be experiencing a roller coaster of emotions over the next few weeks and following months. And it's all right to cry and grieve for Alana because we all loved her deeply. Our tears of sadness are for a loss of life that was maturing, combined with the tears of possibilities, rivers to cross, mountains to climb, challenges to face and conquer. Alana's free and untamed spirit will be forever in our memories. Alana lived a treasured and purposeful life. She was a loving daughter and a doting sister, and a much adored aunt. Everything she did was for her family. She especially treasured time spent with her nieces and loved to spoil them and engage them with a youthful exuberance. It is important that through this sadness that we feel, we remember her zest for the adventures of life, her resilience and determination, her selfless actions that saw her live for those who she loved, and the kindness that radiated from her. Alana was very intelligent and a high achiever. She was dedicated to her profession and making a difference to the lives of veterans. And for this, she has left a lasting mark on many people in the community. People were important to Alana. She made many deep friendships and social connections over the years. She was a giving and generous person, always soft, warm, and welcoming. In sharing these memories with the family, they also talked about her character and some of their special memories of Alana. They have described her as humble and down to earth, passionate, meticulous, loving and caring. Alana will be remembered for so many things in life. She was mama to Benji, a loyal friend and a confidant. She was effervescent and full of life. She was like a rainbow, pretty, colourful, and something to be admired. And she possessed a smile that would light up the world. Missed will be her protective nature, her love for her family, and her drive to help others. I am sure that Alana would not want you to be grieving, but to remember the love and happy times that you have all shared. She would want you to remember all that she did and achieved in the span of her 39 years. Every one of you here will have and cherish personal and private memories of Alana that will remain with you always. So I'm sure that you will treasure these special moments, that you will cherish and keep close to your hearts. May this service today be the start of your healing journey as together we unite as one. The family have asked that I publicly thank you all for your condolences, words of love, comfort, your genuine concern and care for the family as they try to come to terms with their very sad loss. Family and friends, this day is all about celebrating Alana and giving thanks for her. And it's also about those remember when days that we all shared with her. So today we recall the experiences, the relationship that we all shared with Alana. As we celebrate her life today, you can take satisfaction that Alana has been and will always be a part of your lives. Alana will be honoured by her best friend Tamara, who will share some memories today and insights into life with Alana on behalf of the family. Following, friend and work colleague Sharon will share a tribute to Alana.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tamara Ryan, and I'm a friend of Alana. I was kindly asked by the Bowen family to say a few words about my dear friend. Alana's life touched many people, and her family are thankful for the many friends and family who visited and sent messages over the past 15 months. It made Alana feel loved and very special. Her family acknowledged that some had to travel great distances to see her, while others rang or communicated by text message or email. I know this made Alana feel very special and gave her a much-needed boost during the more difficult days. Alana's family are grateful for the professional care Alana received from all the nursing and medical staff she dealt with. These included the staff in the surgical, oncology and palliative care units. In the last few weeks of her life, Alana asked me to write something for this day. I cannot tell you the enormity of what I was being asked, but I also wasn't shocked, knowing how meticulous Alana was. It would not come as a surprise to learn that she planned a large portion of today. As teenagers, Alana and I would write letters to each other, and this is how I intend to tell you about my friend. It is going to be an impossible task as she meant so much to so many, but I can only tell you about what she meant to me. Dear Alana, you asked me a few short weeks ago to write something for this day. That request now seems like a lifetime ago. Please know, dear Alana, I can only do my best, which I feel will not do justice to you and your beautiful family and the impact you had on all our lives. Firstly, I want to thank you for being my best friend. Thank you for being so kind, giving, loyal, and towards the end of your life, showing me what real courage looks like. I only met you when you were 14, so it's been nice to learn things about you prior to when we met. Your brother Rob and sister Jade have told me many stories about your childhood. They have told me about the visits to your grandma and Nana's houses. You, Rob, Jade, and your cousin Janelle would spend all day swimming, riding bikes, and playing in the park. At your Nana's, you developed a love for Maltese food, and at Grandma's, a love for baking. I now know where the love for your baked goods came from, especially biscuits, as I know your good friend Kath would attest. Your family are reassured you are reunited with your grandparents and that you are enjoying some Anzac biscuits or jam drops as you watch over us today. I also heard that on the first week of grade 1, you cried every single day, but by the second week, you ran home excited, holding a certificate which said you had spent the whole day without crying, and you were so happy and proud. You never told me you were an age champion for athletics in primary school. But that was one of the best things about Alana. She was never boastful. She was very humble. I'm forever grateful that you approached me at Kmart all those years ago in Mount Isa. I was the Manchester girl. I was 15 years old from Isa High, and you were the new younger girl working in toys from Calco. You had only been there weeks, and already the managers were raving about you. My sister Hayley and I remembered how the managers came up to us and told us we needed to be more like you. I remember you approaching me as a shy and softly spoken girl asking me if I'd go for a run with you. I remembered being both shocked and very flattered and was curious to see what this brown-eyed, brown-haired, beautiful girl was really like. I smile now remembering this planned run never actually happened, but we filled in many hours walking and talking along the streets of Mount Isa with the sweet smell of sulphur in the air. This, I know, cemented the beginning of our long friendship. I imagine most of our conversation was what teenage girls talk about, but it was on these walks that I learnt so much more about you. I learnt that your family is close, caring, and a loving one, which contrasted with some of the stories I'd hear about other families at school. You spoke so fondly of your parents. I think it was about then I knew you were someone I could trust with anything. We talked about your love for school, especially art and Japanese. At times you were actually very self-deprecating, especially about your ability and intelligence. I heard multiple times how smart Lee Brody was and how amazing she was at maths and science. But Alana, you were amazing too, and I know it was no shock to me when you were the ducks of your school. That's who you were, humble, never boastful. My gap year in England meant that we'd be starting uni together. We both lived at John Flynn College. You were a G Block girl with Aaliyah, Kai and Jane, and I was over at S Block. Your likeability and wicked sense of humour made you a college favourite among the other freshers. Although our friendship circles grew at university, our bond remained the same. After your graduation, your passion for learning continued to grow after becoming a candidate for a PhD studying responses to stress and trauma. You spent many years working so diligently on this. I was seriously impressed. My 20-something-year-old best friend was developing the foundation for her lifelong work, while most of us at the same age were developing our love for Jaeger bombs and tequila shots. We shared many memories over this period that will always make me smile. Our travels to Southeast Asia. I was soon known as the supermodel's best friend, which really is no surprise. I remember spending an afternoon in Hanoi trying to find the perfect gift for Nat, Keely and Jess. You were always so thoughtful and loving. I remember our athletic pursuits playing touch football and mixed netball with the Hawaiian mustachios and slowpokes. I don't know who came up with those names, but the Friday nights at the Riverview Tavern with Kai and Pete, Jill Bill Ruddle, Andy Face, Pocket Rocket Kate, Ruben Brownie and the gang. I think this was the time we dubbed you Harlana. Watching you buy your first house and renovating it, I know it was stressful, but you emerged as someone who could take any of the block contestants on. Throughout the years, I learnt more about your life and what made you happy. Your eyes would light up talking about Nat, Keely and Jess. You absolutely adored your nieces, and I learned one of their most cherished memories was when you would sleep over on Christmas Eve to be there for the opening of the Christmas presents the next morning. You always bought some fun, thoughtful presents, but it was the time they spent with you that they valued the most. You were dog crazy, especially about pugs, but that changed when you got Benji. It was love at first sight when you first saw your Benji boy. You were a true fur mum, loving nothing more than taking him for walks and looking after him. Your face would always light up when you were together, right up until the end. I know your trips to Sydney and the Gold Coast to see Rob and Meg were a highlight, as were nights out with Jade and the girls. You became a major part of anything happening in my life. You felt like family, like a sister, and it was always just a given you'd be at any family event. Alana, you were the only non-biological family member at my wedding because you were dubbed just part of the family. Chris, my husband, didn't think it was weird that you and I went on a holiday to Fiji straight after my wedding and called it our honeymoon. I know we weren't the only ones to feel that way. You felt like a sister to many of us, and you became an auntie, Alana, to many of your friends' babies. I could talk and talk all day about the wonderful memories and everything you've achieved. I haven't touched on your dedication to work, your travels all over the world from Europe to North America, your passion for fitness, scuba diving and rock climbing, but this letter really was to say thank you. Thank you for being my friend. Over the past few months, I've learnt so much from you, and you didn't need to say a word. Your courage, bravery, and stoicism were on display for everyone to see. You showed us unwavering courage when you faced your diagnosis and treatment, and you did it all with a smile on your face. I know you were so scared, but you faced the challenge with hope and optimism. Every time I saw you, you had your support team of Mary and Alan there. You were there facing your biggest challenge with your family right behind you every step of the way. It was obvious how much the love and support from your parents, Rob, Jade, and your nieces meant to you. I feel honoured to have witnessed the love that radiated from that room every time I saw you. The love you share is also so very special. You told me your biggest worry was leaving your family and your beautiful Benji behind, but please know they'll cuddle him every day. We'll have a reminder of his amazing mama. I will miss my softly spoken friend with a wicked sense of humour. I will miss the joy and laughter you brought to my life. The best listener, the most humble, the most genuine and kind. Please know I will think of you every day. There isn't a facet of my life you haven't touched. I know everyone in this room can agree with me about that. Love you always, your friend, Tam.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you to Alana's family for the invitation to say a few words on behalf of Alana's professional colleagues. Like many people here today, I got to know Alana through her work at the Martyr Trauma Recovery Program. Many colleagues here today may also know Alana from her private practice work. Alana's professional resume tells an impressive tale. Alana graduated from James Cook University with a first-class honours degree in psychology. During that time, she was awarded 2 academic prizes: the Australian Psychological Society's North Queensland Branch Prize in 2002 and the James McCallum Prize in Applied Psychology in 2005. In 2011, Alana completed her PhD thesis. The topic was the role of disclosure and resilience in response to stress and trauma. Colleagues who worked with Alana at that time spoke of, and I quote, her dedication and commitment to getting it finished, especially as it was a hard slog and she wasn't loving it. In the last few days, I've spoken to one of her PhD examiners who shared with me that she wrote a bloody good paper. In 2005, Alana started work at the Martyr Trauma Recovery Centre, later to be known as the Martyr Wellness Centre. She began there in her capacity as a PhD student, progressed to becoming a group facilitator, and in her final 5 years there, she was the program coordinator of the centre. When Alana first joined the program, it was housed at the Mater Hospital. It moved from there to a little office space in Mooney Street, Gulliver. Alana would reminisce about this space with fondness and a chuckle, recalling some of its less attractive features, especially when it rained. From there, the program relocated to Diprose Street in Pimlico, before finally moving to a fully equipped facility at Ronan Street in Vincent, a move that Alana oversaw, and a far cry from the early days of the program. Alana loved her job because it wasn't just a job to her, it was her passion, it was her life work. Alana had a deep respect and appreciation of the sacrifices and the service of the men and women in our veteran community. She was driven to make a difference in their lives and the lives of others who had been psychologically injured in the course of their work. I think she would be justifiably proud to know that the veterans who have made contact with members of our Mater team since her passing have universally spoken of their respect for her and of the positive and lasting difference that she has made in their lives. And the number of ex-participants from the program who have turned up today to pay their respects and to farewell her is a testament to the esteem in which she is held. Alana was the ultimate professional. She was always impeccably dressed and presented, careful and thoughtful with her words, never rash or reactive. She was dedicated and she was efficient. She demonstrated high standards in her work and expected the same of her team. But she was warm. She exuded authenticity. She was fun and she was funny. One of our colleagues summed it up beautifully. She described Alana's gentle presence and warm smile. She said there was a lightness to Alana's touch in her interactions and in her contributions to the group sessions. There was nothing dogmatic or heavy-handed about the way she worked. She had a lovely demeanour. Alana took on the management role at the trauma program at a very challenging time in its history. It will be of no surprise to anyone here that she approached those challenges with optimism and courage and grace, the very same qualities with which she faced her illness. When Alana took on the stewardship of the program, she did this with enormous reverence. She believed in the importance of the program and worked tirelessly to improve it. She developed a vibrant social media presence for the program. She single-handedly wrote a mood disorders course as an adjunct to the trauma program and had it accredited. She fostered a partnership with James Cook University to have clinical psychology master's students placed at the Trauma Recovery Centre to not only provide them with a novel placement opportunity, but to also nurture the next generation of psychologists to work in the area of post-traumatic stress disorder. Alana's professional colleagues have asked me to express what she meant to them, and I think their reflections encapsulate what she stood for. They said, Alana was a team player, always happy to collaborate. She made time to listen and gave you her undivided attention. Alana always had your back, no matter the circumstances. Alana always had a laugh with me. She always gave me a go. She supported me when I was a young psychologist, when I sometimes felt out of my depth. She was always optimistic for life and for client care. And finally, from Martha Landman, who was one of the original trauma program staff members and the person Alana credited as being her professional mentor. Martha said, "It was a joy to see Alana flourish from a PhD student into a team member and later to coordinate the program. I enjoyed her friendship, her optimism, her youthfulness. Alana was deeply loved. To Alan, Mary, Jade and Rob, Alana's passing has left an enormous hole in the Townsville psychology and social work community. She set a standard of professionalism that we will continue to aspire to. On behalf of her professional colleagues, please accept our deepest condolences.
Thank you, Tamara and Sharon. In remembering Alana, whom we have loved, lives on in a multitude of ways. Let us remind ourselves that our loved one lives on in the hearts and minds of us all present here today. Therefore, further memories can be shared over light refreshments following the service. The first poem today, chosen by the family, provides them with some comfort knowing Alana is now at peace. The Broken Chain by Ron Tranmer. We little knew that morning that God was going to call your name. In life we loved you dearly. In death we do the same. It broke our hearts to lose you. You did not go alone. For part of us went with you the day God called you home. You left us peaceful memories. Your love is still our guide. And though we cannot see you, you are always at our side. Our family chain is broken and nothing seems the same. But as God calls us one by one, the chain will link again. Therefore I say to the immediate family of Alana, we extend all our deepest sympathy. We come with them as mourners. We stand beside them. While we sincerely grieve today because we are parting with someone who we have known and loved, we can also be comforted in knowing that we do not mourn alone. Our time of reflection is one where we can remember our happy thoughts of Alana. So I invite you now to sit back and enjoy an audio presentation, and please take a moment to reflect on your great memories of Alana.
Hi, so it's 19th of January 2023 and I thought I'd put together a bit of a farewell message. I know what you're all thinking, geez Alana, you're so bloody organised, but hey, that's what I'm like. So yeah, basically I know today is going to be a hard day for you all. It's going to suck. There's nothing I can say that's really going to make it any better, but I just want you all, to just, give yourself permission to feel whatever it is you're feeling, whether that's sad or you're just numb or in denial. Maybe you're angry, angry at me for dying or the hospital or God. Whatever it is, just give yourself a chance to feel those feelings. But don't feel any guilt. I've had a really good life, jam-packed, maybe shorter than I wanted, but I've had a good life, and it's because of all of you. Little Benji, make sure you look after him and give him lots of cuddles. He's the one that I get the most upset about. In the words of my good friend Connie, this too shall pass. Know that what you're feeling today, it's not going to last long, and I want you to remember all the good times, because there's been heaps, and I love each and every one of you. So I better go before I start crying even more. But yeah, if you see a rainbow, maybe think of me. Okay, love you all forever and ever.
far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't I? Oh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. The dream that you dare to, why, oh why can't I?
I think of you when I think about forever. I hear a joke and I know you would have told it better. I think of you out of the blue when I'm watching a movie that you'd hate. You'd say it, you were never one to hesitate. You were always first in line, so why would it be different for heaven? But I got a couple questions. Is there a bar up there where you've got a favorite chair, where you sit with friends and talk about the weather? Is there a place you go to watch the sunset? And oh, is there a song you just can't wait to share? Yeah, I know you'll tell me when I get there. Do you think of me? Do you wish that I would slow down? Are there some things that you've seen that feel like home now? Are you up there climbing trees, singing brand new melodies? I hope you are. I know you are. Is there a bar up there where you've got a favorite chair, where you sit with friends and talk about the weather? Is there a place you go to watch the sunset? And oh, is there a song you just can't wait to share? Yeah, I know you'll tell me when I get there. Yeah, yeah, you'll tell me when I get there. Will you save me a place with all those pearls of wisdom? Yeah, I'll make some mistakes, and you'll watch me as I live them till I'm through, till I'm with you. Is there a bar up there where you've got a favorite chair, where you sit with friends and talk about the weather? Is there a place you go to watch the sunset? And oh, is there a song you just can't wait to share? Yeah, I know you'll tell me when I get there. Yeah, I think of you when I think about forever.
When someone we love dies, we are faced with life without them. So we say we are grateful for the impact that Alana had on our lives. Therefore, please join me in the Lord's Prayer, should you wish. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thine will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. You are sharing your grief as you mourn Alana. Before I bring closure to this first part of our celebration and Thanksgiving service, I would like to share with you the final poem, I'd Like, author unknown. I'd like the memory of me to be a happy one. I'd like to leave an afterglow of smiles when life is done. I'd like to leave an echo whispering softly down the ways of happy times, laughing times, and sunny days. I'd like the tears of those who grieve to dry before the sun of happy memories that I leave when life is done. Thank you to everyone for coming and sharing this time with the family today. This concludes the first part of our service here today. You are all now invited to share further memories of Alana over light refreshments which will be served here. The family will then move to the Belgian Gardens Cemetery for a private interment. As a final tribute, please take this time to enjoy the final song in memory of Alana as we exit the chapel. See you again.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Why'd you have to leave so soon, yeah? Why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to leave me when I needed you the most? 'Cause I don't really know how to tell you without feeling much worse. I know you're in a better place, but it's always gonna hurt. Carry on, give me all the strength I need to carry on. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. How do I breathe without you? I'm feeling so cold. I'll be waiting right here for you till the day you're home. Carry on, give me all the strength I need to carry on. So let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all
Yeah, guys, hang on, guys. Yeah, Alana left us with a lovely legacy, and yeah, it's been greatly appreciated for your support and everything, folks. And much love to you all. Thank you so much for joining in. It's bit hard, but yeah. She loved a lot of things we did together now, and that's the main thing. So, there'll be no stream tonight, as you know. I just made an announcement on Discord, so it just gives me a chance to, you know, grieve and reflect and stuff. But the good news is we'll be back tomorrow, so that's the main thing. Unfortunately, when Alana found out what she was going through, she reached out to a lot of us just to let us know, and that came to us a bit of a shock. So we were all preparing for this, but you know, one thing that we will always say is fuck cancer, and one day we'll beat that bloody thing and we will win. But for now, I mean, like, before I head off, one thing that Alana did mention to her brother and mentioned across to me was that she loved and appreciated you guys for being very supportive of me in my community for what I had been going through. And she always loved a lot of things about you guys because you have been very supportive for my mental health and made me smile. And you guys are awesome. What was Alana's favorite food and drink? To tell you the truth, she did have you know, like a favorite, really, Tragan. She just loved everything. But let's just say that she had a fixation of eating a lot more than she should. But it's very much appreciated, everybody. But yeah, so I'm gonna be taking time to reflect on this and relax for tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow for sure. But yeah, folks, I won't stay on too long. I actually did take time off from work for a couple of hours so that I could be with this service and share this with you all, but at the same time that it gives me a chance to, you know, do my thing. But look, everybody, thank you for joining in and being part of it. I will see you all tomorrow. Anyways, lest we forget, and forever we will miss Lana and love her. See you around tomorrow, guys. Love you all.